Remember Bruce Forsyth he used to do? That's my fault. We'll go sit down now. When I was I've known for quite a while that I was to do this. So, but things, whenever you get your mind and your thoughts gathered together and you think, right, I'll do that, the Lord comes along and changes it, So I was thinking this over, especially with what's going on in the world today. Russia invading Ukraine, Israel at war with the Arab nations. And then we get to our own little country here that has known war in the past, but is relatively quiet at the minute. And I was thinking about that heavily pregnant woman that the man murdered. And he didn't only take her life, he took the life of that unborn child as well. Now, I suppose there'll be a big court case coming too. As far as I'm concerned, he deserves all he gets. Because the word tells you in the commandments, thou shalt not kill. And it doesn't matter whether it is a literal killing where you kill somebody. You can also kill someone by the words you speak to them or speak over them. That's why the Lord tells us in His word to think upon the good that is in people, the lovely things about people. You see, the thing about it is, we're all God's children, saved and unsaved alike. We're still all God's children because He made us. We are made in His image. So we have to be very, very careful with the things that we say and the things that we do. And remember, none of us are perfect anyway, So I was reading Matthew 24, verses 68. Do you ever get afraid whenever you hear about the wars and that are going on in the world, and especially, things that are going on all around us? We don't see the spiritual battles that are going on. We know they're there, but we don't see them. And it's only now and again that we are privileged to have a look at what's going on. So Matthew 24, verse 6 says, you will hear of wars and rumours of wars, and listen to this, but see to it. Now, this is what you have to do yourself along with me. See to it that you don't become alarmed. And most of the time when things happen round about us, what's the first thing we do? We become alarmed and we panic, and we shouldn't do those things. Says such things must happen, but the end is still to come. My goodness, bad enough as it is, it's going to get worse. So don't panic, because we are in Christ. He knows everything and He will take great care of us. Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines. How many famines has there been in the world and are still in the world today? There will be famines in various places. All these are the beginning, just the beginning of birth pains. And ladies, anybody in here that's had children, you all know what birth pains are like. And sometimes it could take hours before delivery comes. But after the birth pains, you forget all about the pain. And one day when Christ returns, we will forget about everything that we have been through on this earth. We won't remember it anymore. So then, Romans 3, verse 12 says, and this is about everyone in the world, we cannot forget that we are all sinners. We were all born in shame and iniquity. And it says, all have turned aside together. They have become, and these are harsh words, they have become worthless. No one does good, not even one. And we all try to be good, don't we? But yet with all the goodness that we would try to do, it's worthless. Says that, and this is talking about the evil people in the world as well. Their throat is an open grave. And I have stood round many open graves, and it's not a nice place to be. Because you see this big hole where the person is going to be buried in, and there's nothing good in it. Nothing. That is where the final resting place of us all will one day be, if the Lord doesn't come first. They use their tongues to deceive. How many people have been deceived and hurt because of the things that people have said to them or spoken for them? We have to be very, very careful with our words, because here's another harsh thing. The venom of asps is under their lips. And we all know what asps are like, the deadly poison that comes from the asp. Once it bites you, you know, that poison is in there. So we have to, again, speak words that bring life, speak words that bring encouragement to one another. Their mouth, again, so harsh, is full of curses and bitterness, and their feet are swift to shed blood. In their paths are ruin and misery, and the way of peace they do not know. Isn't that a sad, sad statement? And you know, all of us can be like that. You know, quick to gossip, to spread the gossip. We don't need to be doing it. We don't even need to be entertaining it. We don't need to go there. Do we know the way of peace? You know, whenever I look at the presidents and whatever around the world, they're all selfish. They all want what they want, and they want it now. And they don't want you and I to have anything that is good. All the rubbish that they can think of, they dump on the unsuspecting people in their nations. And I sometimes wonder if there's any men and women of integrity among them. But there again, that's there. One day they're going to have to answer to a holy God. And so again, we don't need to worry about them. Pray for them, yes. Sometimes I find it very hard to pray for them because they're such evil people and the truth is not in them. So Matthew 24:44 says, therefore, you also must be ready. And if you look at today, what's going on in the world, surely the Lord is just about to break those clouds. You know, on each one of us, there's an urgency to spread the gospel, to tell people of the love of Christ, and to let that, yes, there's scoffers and whatever among them, but that should not deter us from telling them about Jesus and his love for us. So he is coming back at an hour that we do not expect. You know, I was at the minute where our wee grandsons had a sleepover last night, and they are funny boys. But they asked me, Granny, what are you writing? I said, just my thought for the morning. What's it about? And I thought to myself, it's amazing how Jesus orchestrates things, because the parents aren't Christian. you know. So whenever they're in with me and Chris, I show them we Christian videos and everything and talk to them. But it was just amazing how they were told last night they have to prepare their hearts and accept Jesus into their hearts. Sometimes it's hard as adults trying to converse with children on their level. But one of my little grandsons thinks he knows it all, you know, and so he was saying, but, and then the questions started coming. And, you know, whenever we are questioned, whenever we are asked, what's your hope? What's keeping you? We must be honest and say, God. Amen. That's God's grace on our lives. So even those watching this morning, you know, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're facing, but listen to this. John 3:16. We can all quote it. Amen. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whosoever, that's you and that's me, whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I don't know about you, but I don't want to die and go to hell. Simple. Whenever I pass from this world, I want to be absent from this body and present with the Lord. And you know, something to think about, even though we're Christians. If Jesus was to break the clouds now, would we truly be ready to go back with him to glory? God bless you. Lord.